Hello, my virtual physics students. Let's take a moment to talk about what needs to be accomplished this week. So we're on to week 2. Something to keep in mind is that everything is due for this week on Friday by 11:59. If it's turned in after that, it's late, and that's 50%. So it's really important that you stay on top of your work and you get it turned in on time. Okay, so you go to Canvas, and then you open up our class, and here is what we're working on this week. Last week we did day 1 and day 2. This week we have day 3 and then your exam. Okay, so on day 3 we have, let's pull it up, the videos and the link to the slides. Now, something that you may not be aware of or I didn't explain well, when you hit this link and you go to Nearpod and you work through the slides, when you exit out of Nearpod, it sends me a report. And so I know which slides that you looked at, if you completed those like interactive slides in between, and what time you turned them in. And so that's how I determine if you got your notes done or not as far as going through the slides. Now, the videos add a lot more information on top of that. All those practice problems that were not worked through in the slides, they are here on these videos. So it's important that you look at the slides and then you go and watch the videos, fill out your notes. After that, if you have any questions, you can add them to the discussion board, or you can email me directly. You have to then take the concept check, and there's only 5 questions on this concept check. And the concept checks are what open up your assignments. So this is locked until this concept check is complete and has 100%. And you can take the concept check over and over again until you get 100%. And then it opens up the assignment. Now the assignment this week, it's just a worksheet, and I've included an example problem within the worksheet. Okay, so keep that in mind when you look through this. Just let me show you where that example problem is. Okay, so there's a couple basic questions here, and then number 3, I worked through it for you, and so it just kind of gives you a layout of how I want you to work through the rest of the problems after number 3. So show me unit identification, like what is your units of your final answer, and then give me a numerical analysis as well. Like what you're doing is you're saying, if I take 6 newtons and I divide it by 3 meters per second squared, I end up with 2 kilograms. And you're proving that that is true through looking at the units and then you looking at the numerical side of it. Okay. Make sure you show me all your work on this. If you don't show me your work, then you don't get credit. All right. Now, this is day 3. After that, let's see, let's just hit home. After day 3, we have the review that you need to complete, and then the exam. So this is kind of like last week we had 2 days, and this week we're going to have 3 days, and next week we'll have 2 days, kind of like A-B schedule. And so the rough idea here is like Monday we have day 3, and then Wednesday you would work on the review and get that turned in, and then Friday you would take the exam. Okay, so the review talks through items through the unit. It's a good representation of material that you're going to see on the exam. And when you turn in the completed review, when I reply and give you a score, I will link the answer key to the review so that you can go through and check all your work and let me know if you have any questions about that. So when you turn in the completed review, I will get it graded, and I will reply and include in that grade the answer key to the review. Right? And then the last thing that needs to be completed is the exam. So let's talk about that. You have 45 minutes to complete the exam. So it is a timed exam. You can use your equation sheet on the exams. You can use your notes on the exam. You cannot use the internet or someone else. Okay, so like get onto Canvas, look at the test, you have 45 minutes to complete it. You're not going on other pages of the internet to look for answers, and you're not working with someone else in class or anyone to help you with it. Okay, so Unit 1 exam. Please make sure that, I'm kind of on the teacher side of it, make sure that you read the instructions before you take the exam, and it's all automatically graded, so you should get your score right at the end. And remember, you can retake the test, but there's a couple things that have to be completed first, and go look to the syllabus to see what you need to do in order to do the retake. Okay? Alright guys, so that's what needs to be completed this week. Please let me know if you have any questions. I will be on that Google meeting Tuesday and Wednesday. So if you would like to visit in a more, virtual face-to-face setting and ask those questions that you have, or have me work through problems on the board, I will be around then to do that. Alright guys, have a wonderful week.